Hello and welcome to a bonus episode of Relatable Catholic. And we have a surprise guest today. So Angie is busy being a mama today because it's a snow day. But I have a different guest for us today. So today we have Jacob.
Hey, everybody.
This is Jacob.
Welcome, Jacob.
Welcome,
Thanks.
Jacob.
Thanks for having me.
And my other co-host, Father, is still here.
I'm still here. So,
Still here, still relatable.
Yeah, that's right. So today is a snow day in our neck of the woods. So we thought it'd be fun to do like a snow day episode. I love a good snow day, and I'm so happy to see the snow finally.
you've been talking about this for
I know.
months.
You know, I really like would love to be a part of Thunder Snow.
Oh, yeah.
And I've never been a part of Thunder
Never?
Snow. Never.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I have been.
I don't think I have either.
I have.
It's never Thunder Snowed in Bellevue.
The first time I remember it was in Storm Lake when I was in college. It was,
Yeah.
it was
Feels fitting for Storm Lake.
Storm.
actually,
oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
How about that?
Good connection.
It was incredible. I hope you get to see it sometime in your life.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just a white Christmas again. That would
Yeah.
be nice.
In
It's
Yeah.
been like 5 years.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's like Christmas is
50
50 degrees,
Easter and
and-
Halloween.
yeah.
The ground's covered with snow.
yeah, it's weird.
We didn't even get a snow day on Catholic Schools Week this year. That was
And
surprising.
that
It was
is
a nice
rare.
Nice warm year. Week.
Yeah.
So,
That's usually
That
when you
is
have to
rare.
reschedule everything.
yeah.
Yeah. So I was thinking like too, I am glad that the snow day waited until later in the school year because I feel like I can appreciate it a little more.
It's nice in the month of February. There's really no other break, so it's nice to have a day off.
Yeah, except for on Monday. We had no school.
Oh, Monday is a day off. too.
President's Day. Yeah,
President's
and
Day.
usually
Oh, wow.
teachers have meetings, but
But we don't have anything.
not this year. So maybe Jacob, you could introduce yourself, just like how you know the Relatable Catholic Gang.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
How do you know us?
where are you? Where are you from? Like, what do you do?
So, my name is Jacob Till. I'm here from Bellevue, Iowa.
What do
how
you
I know
do?
everybody.
How do you
well,
know
I
us?
teach also at Marquette. I'm the music teacher. So that's how I know Katie. And I used to go camping with Katie's parents at the
Mm.
NASCAR races.
I never went with.
Katie never went with. I hung out more with her mom.
Yeah.
But so I
I-
knew Katie's family.
Yeah, I went one year, and I think that year you didn't go with.
And Angie's not here, but I mean, Angie's Katie's cousins. Everybody knows everybody kind of. But Angie does live next door to my parents, so got to know them a lot better through that. And then Father Andy, I don't really remember the first time we met. I think I was working a tech retreat
I think it was
at
tech.
Wallert.
2018.
So I went on tech in 2017 at Wallert,
Uh-huh.
and then you got assigned to be the chaplain there the next year. So
Correct.
you were the chaplain on the tech, and it was my first time working it at Wallert.
Yeah.
While I was a student at Loris. So that's how I met Father Andy the first
So
time.
we go way back.
Way back.
Yeah, I feel like we had a lot of like overlapping circles
Yeah.
until
that's-
now.
That's true. Yeah.
And now you are just in the same circle.
Now we're in the same.
You're in the
Now we
circle.
see each other about every day.
Yeah. So it's great.
Yeah. Well, so I just like to call you Mr. Till because I think that's more fun. And I'll never forget that mass when Father Ambrosi really wanted you to play
Go Tell It on the
Mountain. And so Father Ambrosi said his homily.
Yeah, literally, we get to church for school mass, and like right before he comes over to me at the piano and been like, I know it's not Christmas yet, but I'm going to talk about my favorite Christmas song. So can you play Go Tell It on the Mountain for me? And he gave me the liberty to say it could be a little jazzy. So I gave him jazzy.
Yeah. And then,
Jazzy
right?
Go
so
Tell on the Mountain.
he
Yeah.
said the homily, and then he went, hit it, Mr. Till.
And then everybody just kind of started laughing.
And now every time I see you, I say, hit it, Mr. Till.
Yeah.
I just
Some of the high schoolers still talk about it too.
It was
They
awesome.
still say, hit it, Mr. Till, before we're going to sing something in class. So
it's just so funny.
it's an iconic
Yeah,
moment.
it was an iconic
It's a
moment.
great priest line.
Yeah,
Hit it, Mr.
yeah.
Till.
Father's gonna start using that mask.
Like if I wasn't sitting behind the
Jill.
piano, I'd be like, "What are you talking about?" But
Jacob is a beautiful musician.
oh, thanks,
It's very
Katie.
good. Yes.
Yes.
Yep, really happy to have him. Work with him.
Yeah.
So
I would like to see you play for. Oh gosh, that's
The
like a
5 p.m.
Freudian slip. 5 o'clock mass.
Yeah,
Well, you
I
haven't-
feel like I haven't really been. I mean, I've been going to mass, obviously, but I feel like I just haven't been around as much lately.
you were at St. Donatus last
I
weekend.
was at St. Donatus last weekend.
Yep.
Lauren and I went there
Mm-hmm.
to sing, to play with Trisha.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was fun.
I work with Mr. Till's wife's. Oh no, Mr.
My
Till's
mother-in-law.
mother-in-law. If you want to get technical. So today we thought we'd just talk about snow day stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we had mass today. There was a full 8 people.
Yeah, I
Oh.
counted too. 8 people.
Yeah, I didn't wake up early enough for that.
9:15. It was pretty early. Yeah, you're right.
9:15. You weren't up yet.
Well, I was up. I just didn't get ready.
Oh,
I just took my time this morning.
yeah.
Lauren had breakfast. I made myself
Oh,
a cup of coffee.
nice. Lauren made you breakfast?
No, Lauren made breakfast. Well, Lauren had some
Made
Cheerios.
herself.
She had Cheerios. She had
Oh, okay,
Cheerios.
got it. I thought.
And I don't
she
really
had a
eat
big feast
breakfast.
ready for-
That's just I just don't. I usually take coffee to school and it's I just eat a big lunch and just don't have breakfast.
I was up early because I accidentally put the bank deposits in the mailbox last night. Whoops-a-daisies. So I had to make sure I was at the post office when it opened so I could fetch those bank deposits out. And
That's funny.
they did assure me that it happens all the time. So
Okay.
that made me feel a little better. And I've also done it before.
So next time it happens, you can just call.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, usually they just put it back in the P.O. box, but I felt like the last time I didn't know that I did it until they were in the P.O. box, and I was like, whoopsie. But this time I knew right away. As soon as they were going down that slot, I was like, that was the bank deposit.
That's funny.
So I was up early enough to make it to 9:15 mass.
I was up fairly early. I thought I had a meeting in the church this morning. So I got up and started just doing odds and ends over there. Took out the poinsettias. Thought it was time.
Yeah, it's time.
So
Sorry, that was my job, but I didn't
it's okay.
get to it.
It's okay. You were busy sleeping. And replaced the candles. Usually that's not me, but someone had to do it because it's snow day. So made sure the candles were in the.
Oh, is that,
Oh, the
is that
bonus
Jacob's
candles.
job too?
No.
Well, I mean, maybe kind of, but
No.
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, it's fine. It's no big deal. We're all a team. It doesn't matter who does it. Then I cleaned up the poinsettia stuff too. I vacuumed around the altar. So
Wow.
I was just trying to do some stuff
Little
on
odds and ends.
Yeah. And then I started my laundry and
Ooh, big laundry day.
yeah, I thought it'd be a good day for laundry. And Katie, you're a girl. How often
am.
are you supposed to wash your comforter?
Well, do you only have a comforter or is it like a duvet?
I have.
Is it like
I have a sheet and a comforter.
every time you do your wash, I think.
What?
Are you a top sheet people? I am not a top sheet person. Do you use the top sheet?
There's
like
a
the
top
flat
sheet?
sheet?
The flat sheet.
Oh yeah.
Because like the fitted sheet and the flat
I've
sheet.
got fitted sheet, flat
Like,
sheet.
do you sleep under it?
No, I don't even have one.
Oh, I absolutely do.
You do?
Sleep under the top sheet? Yeah.
No, I don't have a flat sheet.
Oh, I've got a flat sheet.
Yeah.
That's like a big debate now because I think millennials, which is me, don't use flat sheets.
so what am I?
I would say, well, I don't know. I would probably wash it every time I wash my sheets.
Wow. Okay.
But if there's like a sheet between you and I don't think you have to wash it every time.
But I have a duvet, and I don't wash like the comforter inside the duvet every time. I just wash the outside, you know.
Wow.
that makes sense that you would do that.
So it's kind of like a flat sheet, only on top.
Yeah.
My grandma made my comforter.
Oh, that's so sweet. So it's probably shouldn't be washed that often.
Well, that's what
Hand wash only.
I don't know that I've ever washed it. And I got it
I was like, when did she give this?
25 years ago. I'm not sure if that was the right thing or not, but here we are.
No, it's-
Maybe I did. I just don't remember washing it necessarily. I got it for a graduation present.
That is so sweet.
Yeah, it was
And
really
you,
nice. I
like,
didn't want to
use
ruin
it,
it. Yeah,
though.
Yeah.
I didn't want to hurt it. So
Yeah, I'd say.
I'd say keep doing what you're
Keep,
doing.
yeah, if it's working for you,
2050, here we come.
don't fix things that aren't broken, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, well, yeah. So laundry day and a little bit of work day.
I wish it was a laundry day at our house, but our laundry machine quit working.
What?
Yeah. And it was supposed to get a new one was supposed to get delivered today, but
Oh,
that
yeah.
obviously got canceled
Right.
because of the weather. So
What kind did you get?
I don't know. Lauren ordered it.
Everybody's really into Speed Queens right now.
Yes, they are.
I don't have one.
I don't
My
know.
mom does.
I know what I
She's
have.
really big into the Speed Queen.
My dad has one.
And he's big into the Speed Queen.
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
I think he just was like, Speed Queen. That's what everybody wants. I don't know.
I did get an Amazon delivery today.
You know what I was really thinking today? I was going out to take care of the snow, and I was like, I don't even have snow boots.
Oh,
And I saw Father Andy at the basketball game the other night, and I was like, hey, are those the Amazon jeans? And they were. And I was like, maybe I need to go on Amazon and get me a pair of snow boots.
yeah. We have to talk about the elephant in the room.
The elephant.
Father Andy was out and about in his street clothes, and Angie and I missed it.
He was having a conversation with another person, and I actually texted him, and I said, so, ... That was message number 1. Message number 2, are those the jeans from Amazon?
But breaking news, he also was wearing a hat, which
Yeah.
wasn't.
He walked up to me in the bleachers, and I didn't even recognize him
Yeah,
at first.
that wasn't.
Oh, you did it.
No. But then I realized it was him.
Because
Yeah.
I smiled.
You smiled.
Yeah.
And then he showed me his haircut.
Yep.
Very nice.
Yep. That was my day off Monday haircut.
Nice.
Nice.
Yep.
Well, the game was televised, so I spent a good deal of the first half like scouring the crowd trying to find Father. But he didn't tell me he was going to wear a hat.
But it's
so
kind of like, where's Waldo? Like, everybody's dressed in
I
red.
know.
Everybody's sitting there.
turns out, I think I was looking in the right section, but I just
Just couldn't find me.
couldn't find him. The student section was also really throwing me off.
Yeah.
Does anybody remember like their favorite snow day as a kid? Like, what did you used to do as a kid when it was a snow day?
I would play in the snow. We would go outside and just like play in the snow for hours. We'd make forts out of the piles of snow. And the most fun thing was when Dad brought a 4-wheeler home, he would take us out on sleds and just drive us around
that's fun.
on sleds. So there's like not a lot of hills to go down, but he would line up 3 sleds behind the 4-wheeler and just tool us around the yard, and it was the greatest. Yeah.
Yeah, my cousins, we
fun.
just always went to my grandma's house.
Oh,
Like, we would go there during the
nice.
summers and every day and play with each other. So it was like, we got to do that during the winter. We'd get to, go outside in the snow together, play at the house, just be at grandma's house. It was always the best. If you found out early enough that you weren't having school, you could spend the night before.
Oh,
Oh.
man.
My
Like-
favorite, though, was like, I'd go to the bowling alley Tuesday nights when my dad would bowl league. And back in my day,
So like last week.
like, like you'd sit when you still sat and like watch the TV, to see if your school came out. It wasn't like the instant like
Yes.
text message and like robot phone call. Like you sat to like see your school, and I would always hope like when I was at the bowling alley, they'd call for like 8 o'clock when we'd go home, so I could like spend the night with Grandma and Grandpa.
That's
I think
so
those were my favorite
sweet.
memories of snow days.
How about you?
See, my brother Tim has always been like a worker bee. So he spent the whole morning snow blowing the entire block, like the whole block. He'd just like keep going. And then we'd usually over across the street, there's a big hill. So that was our sledding hill. So we'd go sledding, we'd go tubing, we'd do everything. Then we'd go home, and then we'd go right back to that hill. Like, we spent the whole day at that hill. And sometimes, if you were lucky, Marietta, the lady who lives there, she would make us hot chocolate sometimes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I don't know if I have a particular, like, favorite one, but
Yeah, I couldn't name a single one, but
I can't think of a specific one either.
we just generally loved it.
Yeah.
Is that kind of how church is too? Can you think of specific masses that you really loved?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
There was one.
Can you not?
Yeah.
Yeah,
can.
I can. But
Like your first one?
yeah, yeah. There's some here and there, but in general, a lot of them just like run together.
Yeah, that's true. I went to a mass. This totally changed the subject, but I went to a mass in Nashville. Well, I was there for a bachelorette party, and I went to mass that day. Ubered to mass by myself, but that church was beautiful, and they had a church dog.
A church
Oh, wow.
dog.
Yes, the dog's name was Prudence, and before mass, before mass, like the dog was trained. It was probably like Carl size. It would come to like the different pews, and like it would let you pet it, and then it would go to the next pew. Like it never jumped on anybody, and like it didn't linger. Like I wanted it to linger a little longer, but no, went to the next pew, and then back up on the altar it went, and I just really loved it. That was a really pretty mass though too. But I was in Nashville, so like the music was like really good music, and even the priest was like singing the whole mass. It was, yeah.
I mean,
That makes sense.
Maybe there's just like specific moments or trips that make you remember them. I mean, like, I don't know if I could pick out like a random Sunday mass in Bellevue, you know, from like the middle of ordinary time or the middle of summer.
Yeah. Yeah, I think one of the masses that stand out the most to me before priesthood was at Notre Dame after a football game. And the choir sounded like angels. And it
Yeah,
just
the
was
Notre Dame choir is so
so
good.
beautiful. That was really memorable. But that's interesting. The music was kind of what you remember. I mean, you
Yeah.
were the dog.
And the dog.
That's something.
I mean, like, one that I really loved was like when I was in Uganda and went to mass there. It's just like, but that's also totally different.
Yeah.
Yeah, they literally like brought gifts up during offertory, and like one of them was like live chickens. So there were just like live chickens like
Oh,
barking and clucking around during the Eucharistic prayer.
that would.
I had that kind of experience in Guatemala.
Yeah.
It's wild.
And mass was 2 hours and 45 minutes. It's
Yeah.
like I'll never forget it.
Yeah. There is like no rush there.
Yeah.
No concept of
So everybody's there for
time. We are here for mass. Maybe it'll take all day. We don't care. We're here. We're here for it. So it's interesting.
So maybe it's not like I don't remember exact favorite. I mean, my wedding was probably my favorite, but
Your favorite one at
Well,
St. Joe's?
yeah, that one actually like rings a bell for me too.
yeah,
That was
that's probably
beautiful.
my favorite. But you know, I think the other one is just like it's more like the experiences that went along with them, like whether it was like a trip or a mission trip or like
Yeah.
NCYC.
That's a good
Those
point.
experiences usually connected to the music for me.
I think it is for everybody though.
Yeah, I think for me too, to a degree. Mm-hmm. You know, before becoming a priest, I liked snow a lot more than I do now. Because after becoming a pastor, specifically, snow became expensive and it became a liability. Like, because I don't know what it is here to get snow removed, but like it was expensive. It was like every time the snow fell at Nativity, it was like $1,000. I just knew
Oh
I was
my
gonna have to.
Gosh.
I don't know, that's what it seemed like at least.
Yeah.
And then there was always the worry of, did you get it clean enough? And like, is somebody going to fall on the steps or the
Yeah.
driveway? Like, is this always a concern? It became like a liability. So that's a little different now, unfortunately. Don't like
would
snow
say
quite as
so.
much. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I still like it for you guys. And
Thank you.
I
Thank
have-
you.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can have the day off and enjoy it. And yeah.
It's been glorious.
It's awesome.
It's just like,
So awesome.
and I love that our school like gives us snow days. Like a lot of schools have to do a virtual
Virtual
day,
day.
and
Like,
that's just not
Yeah.
fair. People need snow days.
Yeah, it's good for us.
That's part of it's part of our culture. Snow days.
That's true. Listeners, they are smiling ear to ear. They really are having a great time. They're so happy. These two are so happy.
I
It's
was
snow
like,
day.
Pope Francis declared this a year of hope. I can feel it now. I can feel it now.
Yesterday we were singing "God's Not Dead, He's fully alive" when it was announced like so early that there's no
Yeah,
school.
they announced it before the end of the school day.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
It's just like you leave the school being like,
Goodbye.
wow.
Hey, do you remember me on Friday at Mass?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to talk about that too. Father, I do not like to be called out in Mass.
Oh.
Feel free
I
to
think-
just pretend like you came up with that on your own.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I did finally use the
New
new
Cheppy.
But I think,
Yeah.
were you referencing the
During the
time
Our
during the
Father?
Our Father when you just kind of started laughing? I was like, I don't remember. Did I say that already or not?
and then I just
Yeah.
And then
I
we
just kind of
said
skipped
it again,
it,
and
went
we
on.
just kept going.
Yeah.
Hey, it shows your humanity.
So what happened was, you can say what happened. Did we say what happened?
that I said that Miss Kiefer taught me a new.
No. We're talking about
Oh.
your mistake
Oh, my
now.
mistake.
It was like before the sign of peace or something.
Yes,
So like
yeah.
it was after the Our Father, before the sign of peace, and there's two like things there's like three things I say actually, or three or four, depends on the deacon. But I just completely forgot if I had said the second one or not,
Yeah.
and I just kind of like stopped. And
And you kind of like looked at people and was like, did I say that already?
in my head, it sounded like I'd already said that because usually you can remember the last thing
Yeah.
you said or the last thing other
Yeah.
people said for a bit.
I was like, couldn't tell you. I don't know.
I think sometimes it's hard to remember what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, not that it's like, I mean,
Especially
it's
when like you do it so much, like every day.
like I think like sometimes like when I'm playing a song at Mass, it's like I'm playing it, you know, and then you sing a verse, and then you go back and sing the refrain again. And I was like, wait, am I singing verse 2 this time, or did I sing verse 2 last time? Like, what's the one
Okay,
I'm
so
supposed
you
to
feel
sing?
this too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or like even the responsorial psalms, it's like, wait, did we sing verse 2, or are we on verse 3, or in my head did we do that? I don't even know. And it's like the refrain's only like 6 words long. How did I forget? It's like, but I have
That's
to
when
use
you,
both
like-
hands, so I can't follow along with my
That's when
finger
you like
anymore.
fade out and just let the crowd do it for you.
Yeah, but with the verses, it's like they're not singing those along.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you don't
I am. Oh,
Oh,
the psalm.
like the psalm, the verses, you know,
Sometimes
it's like-
I do sing the psalm in my
you
beard
can sing
too.
them, but it's just like sometimes like, wait, did I do that? Did I not do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Like-
I'm glad you feel this too.
Yeah.
It was still
You can
a
totally
valid
relate.
Mass.
Yes,
It was a
yes.
valid Mass.
One of the biggest things I messed up at a Mass before. So I just had the wrong page open, and it was just me singing at Mass. I think Father Cruzy was the priest at our
tough
parish during the
critic.
time.
He might be listening. He listens
Does he listen?
sometimes.
Hey, Father Cruzy.
Shout out.
He didn't say anything to me after this though. But when it was supposed to be the holy, I accidentally played the memorial acclamation. So like when we eat this bread instead
Oh.
of the holy, and then we got to the memorial acclamation, and I was like, I just played when we eat this bread before. So in a moment of panic, I was like, I don't think I can play the holy. That's too obvious. So that time I was like, okay, save us, Savior, it is.
You switched to the memorial acclamation. That's
Yeah.
good.
Like I just picked a different one. Like I think there's 3 options, but I was
Genius.
really did panic. Like I think I just messed up the whole Mass.
Yeah.
And someone told me no, but
It's true. There's only the only necessary things are, I think, my words in the middle and the proper form and matter. So the Eucharistic prayer.
And I've been to a Mass like in the last couple of years that we had to do the Eucharistic prayer twice because I think he couldn't remember like if he had done it correctly, so then he just had to do it over.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
make sure
It's
So,
okay
it
to make mistakes.
happens.
Say the
It
wrong word while
happens.
you're reading.
and it really put the
You know?
put the attention off of me and back on Father.
That's what I was going for.
Yeah.
I was like,
But
we're-
Katie was reading at Mass last night.
Oh, yeah. Ever since I mentioned, I almost had to lecture this morning too.
Yeah, I thought you were.
I thought I was gonna have to, and then somebody else was like, "Oh God!" It's like
Perfect.
yeah.
I was fully prepared to do it myself today. I didn't know
Oh.
if anybody would.
Did you think you were going to
Yeah.
be the only one there?
It was 15 till, and nobody was there yet. So I thought maybe I would, but then people showed up late
People
or
are
showed up right on
faithful.
time. And
Well, I was looking
They're
for those
faithful.
deposits. That's why I was a little late.
It depends on how smooth everything went at the post office.
luckily, you got those in time and got to mass.
Yes,
and-
right there. Yeah, I think ever since I said like I don't like to lecture, I've had to lecture like most times, which is fine. It's fine. I think it's making me more nervous when like I don't know that I have to lecture, and then it's like looking around like who's here that lectures sometimes.
And you don't have the time to mentally prepare yourself.
Yeah.
Or like look at it beforehand.
Someone called the office today and asked if there was still mass, and I know she's a lector. She wasn't the one that got up, but I could have asked her at that moment. Hey, are you going to be here? Because could you just plan a lecturing? Like I should have thought that
Instead,
through.
you
But
put a little pressure on the crowd.
yeah,
Hey, that's okay. Somebody usually jumps up to do it, right?
usually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or did you have to ask for somebody today?
I kind of said, I said,
Anybody?
yeah, if you don't want to, I'll do it. But then someone jumped up.
I didn't hear you say that.
I did.
I think you said, "Does anybody want to read?"
And then they kind of hesitated, and you were hesitating. And I was like, if you don't
Well, I
want
was
to, I
gonna
will.
go. Like the thing is like I don't want to like run up there and be like,
I'm the reader.
I'm the
Always.
star of the show here. Like I'm the best lector in town.
You're pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, you do good. So
I truly like anytime that you take a little piece from me, you don't have to mention my name.
okay, good to know.
Even like Angie will tell you, like there was one year she told everybody it was my birthday, and I died a little inside. It was like, stop telling people it's my birthday. I took my birthday off of Facebook, because that just bothered me so much. So
Yeah, I never know if I should call people out. Sometimes I think it helps a little bit. Like, oh,
Yeah.
my teacher said this. You know,
Yeah,
yes,
the
that's
kids do
true.
get
They
excited.
did think it was very exciting,
that I
but
called you out. And,
yeah.
and then I actually use your
Use my
story
story. Yeah.
without
Yes.
calling out the particular
Yes.
student.
Yeah.
That was
Yes.
funny.
And that they weren't listening, so
Yeah.
Sorry, I tried. I tried. I said that the basically when your teacher tells you something, it's like God telling you something, and then like do it, be obedient to that.
Yeah. Obedience
And-
is an important skill.
yeah.
It is.
That a lot of kids lack, honestly. Like now, I feel like more now. From when I first started teaching
Yeah, maybe.
to now.
Yeah, so I try to do whatever I can to encourage. I mean,
Yeah.
you.
No, it wasn't that bad.
I feel like when we're doing Catholic school really well, like I'm backing you up and you're backing me up, right?
Yeah.
Like in the classroom, you're reinforcing what I said, and then I'm actually reinforcing what you said.
Yeah.
And I would love to get to that point more collaborative
Yeah.
with the teachers of like what's going on, what are things I need to address or things that we need to,
Yeah.
which is hard because I don't want to like force things into the readings
Mm-hmm.
necessarily, but there are times, there are opportunities to, like I said, reinforce each other and strengthen each other's. You
yeah.
know.
And I think I come at it as like, oh, people are going to think that like I think I'm better than them and holier than them.
Oh,
You know, like I think that's where I come from because I never want to be like, I don't know, that must be big insecurity of mine.
If everybody is really just trying to like focus on others and not themselves,
The
like
amount
this
of
should never
time- The amount of times in the classroom I say, oh, that is a good question for Father Andy.
I think that's like it's awesome like when you don't know the answers to things though and like just to
Yeah.
look it up because I think it's just like we're always learning.
Yeah. There
Yeah,
was
Like
a
Father
yeah.
always, keeps like always tells the kids at mass too. It's like, and I'm still like trying to become holier, and
Yeah.
I'm still always learning more. And I just think
lifelong learners. We gotta.
lifelong learners. we gotta-
Exactly.
So I would love every time that you get that question, you just shoot that off to an email to me, or
And then
Yeah.
he responds, and you could be like, oh, then you could do like the what is it?
Actually-
Blues Clues like we just got a letter. We just
so-
got a
yes.
letter.
No,
we
I
just
s-
got a letter.
I wonder who it's from.
Oh, Father Andy again.
My kid, this is different too. Every time there's one reading group that every time I ring a bell when it's time to like go to the next center, and there's only one group that I sing, ring my bell, and they request it every day. And then recently one of them heard it out in the wild. And they're like, I heard the song. It's like,
That's
yeah, I told
hilarious.
you it was a real song.
they thought you just made it up.
Yeah,
That's
they did. For a long
hilarious.
time, they thought I made it up. And I was like, no, it's a real song. I heard it at Bender's one time
Well, that's
recently.
that's like the kids with the Snow Day videos too. It's like
Yeah.
they think the real lyrics are like actually the Snow Day
Yeah.
lyrics and not like
yeah.
the original song.
2
Like
hour
none of them knew
delay.
that Raspberry Beret was a real song. Like they think the actual words to that song are
Our
2 hour,
2 hour delay.
No way.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, because they don't know who Prince is. I mean,
guess.
maybe they do, but
I guess.
Yeah.
so they think like it's legit 2 hour delay. Like they don't even know that the song Raspberry Beret existed.
Huh.
Isn't that wild?
This is interesting. that makes me wonder, do they think like the polka mass, we have the polka mass, all those words in those songs are like the original like
Yeah,
lyrics?
I have a
I
feeling
have
the
never
kids
been to
know.
a polka mass.
You haven't.
No.
You think the kids know that they're just kind of, I don't know, because
Well, I mean, like one of them is like, "You Are My Sunshine." Like they would know the song "You Are My Sunshine."
yeah, maybe.
I don't know. I feel like kids around here might know the song "In Heaven There Is No Beer."
We sing it every Christmas at the Goose family.
So the Gooses
Because my
know.
grandma loves it when we sing the Nativity Alleluia, like the Christmas,
Christmas
one.
version.
So we always sing that for her, and then as soon as that one's over, we sing "In Heaven There Is No Bear," and oh, Grandpa laughs and laughs, and Grandma shakes her head, and real
So-
big deal.
Maybe they know those like are different songs that somebody like wrote different words to.
I don't know. Just
But I mean, I guess if your like parents didn't listen to Prince, you'd have no reason to know Raspberry Beret.
true.
Raspberry beret.
Yeah. So they just
Actually,
know that
I
it's 2
don't know
hours
that I
away.
actually knew that those were the words to that song
Yeah.
until it was in the variety show last year, and I was like, "Oh, Raspberry Beret."
Yeah. Oh, the variety show.
Let's not talk about the
When is
variety
that?
show. Too soon. It's the end of April this year. Last year's was good. We are defenders.
Yeah.
We always take like a song, kind of like
it's like a
snow
parody.
day. Yeah,
just
we
like
make
the parody. But it's always centered on like a faith theme.
Yeah, or
Which
like
is really
what's
cool.
going on. Like last year, we changed our mascot to Defenders. So
It was like holding
was-
out for a hero, but
yeah.
it was like holding
we are
out for defenders.
defenders.
Okay.
Holding out for defenders who will do what is right. Yeah, the kids probably don't know that that's an actual song either. No, they do because it's in Shrek.
Yes, yes, it is in Shrek.
The fairy
Holding out for
godmother.
a hero is in Shrek.
Can you relate?
You have to end it with the giggle.
I just wasn't expecting that. It's like, I think you got to commit to the announcer voice.
He did.
I didn't.
Oh, I thought.
Can you relate?
Yeah.
Is that a
like
better
the end of
commit-
that? Where there's like a little more.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
I thought they were both great.
You can use whatever you want.
I think use both of them. Anyway,
So so my Can You Relate? I talked about a book. I've got 2 books that I'm reading right now, and I'm just about to finish both of them. And I like to give books away after I finish them because usually I'm not going to probably refer back to it. So today I tried in the homily. I'm like, if anybody
Somebody
wants
take
me,
this book.
and it's called Searching for and Maintaining Peace by Father Jacques Philippe. Have you read it?
I've not read it,
Have you read it?
Yes.
but
Oh, you
everybody
have?
that has read it
part
really,
of it for sure. I
think that's
definitely
read it
have it.
really
That's why I
likes it.
didn't say that I'd like to borrow it. I definitely have it.
I'm sure it's on our bookshelf. Lauren, we got a lot of books on our bookshelf.
Well, you do have a lot of books. I was just like thinking like, okay, I thought that'd be an easy way to give it away if somebody asks me for it. Because the other one that I'm reading is Light in His Eyes. I can't remember the author, but it's like overcoming self-contempt. And I'm like, can I give that to somebody and not think that I
think you need
they're gonna
this.
think
I thought of you when I was reading this.
I think you hate yourself. But it's not that at all. It's like a really good.
Maybe I need to read it.
But maybe sometimes titles I feel like are like dramatic to get your
Yeah.
attention. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, fashion content.
That is a little tricky. I don't know if you can.
I don't know.
You'd have to have like a caveat, like, I do not think this about you, or,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
Yeah.
So
no
I'll
one
lead
took
with
you up
the-
on your offer.
Nobody took me up on the Searching for and Maintaining Peace.
but remember
Book
there
offer.
were only 8 people there, and I was one of them, and I already have
She's
it.
already read it. So, yeah.
Would you recommend the book though?
Oh, it's fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah, both these books I just recommended they're really good. I've been reading them very slowly. Like it's been
Yeah.
it's been
That's why I like to read
drown
too.
out over once, just little sections at a time. Usually because I fall asleep when I'm reading. But
Yeah, reading kind of makes me fall asleep too.
But sometimes it's just nice to kind of like, you can't take it all in.
Yeah.
You can't, it's like too long of a homily. You just
Yeah.
can't absorb everything.
Yeah.
So I try to
Sometimes,
keep
yeah, a little
it
bit is better, and you can actually like think about it.
one image, one point, try to make it, so you can chew on that and not.
Now that is
Suffer.
relatable.
So if you're listening and you're either searching for or trying to maintain peace,
That was
no one's
honestly,
taking the book, so it might still be at the
Yeah.
parish office if you
It
need
is
it.
a good book, and that was one of like the first books that my counselor gave me. Was that book? Yeah.
It's not that long either, is it?
No, it's a
No.
really short book.
That's always something I'm a little more like willing to read a book that somebody gives me that's like skinny.
It's yes, it's
Like-
very manageable. Yeah, so if anybody wants one, call the office. I've got one ready for you. So
And if you hate yourself,
I've got that one ready for you too.
He's still finishing that one.
Yeah,
honestly, that one sounds pretty good.
it is good. Oh,
And it's not that long of a read.
yep. So bonus.
All right, Jacob, you're up.
I think can you relate? I do relate to it. That's why I'm asking you. Can you relate was I was driving here and I did see the police pulled off to the side of the road and they had their lights on and there was
Oh.
nobody in the car in front of them. So
You go back around the block.
No.
I would have.
No. So I was like, oh gosh, the snow emergencies make me so nervous because it's like you never know what side of the street to park on.
What is the rule here? I don't even
I think it's
know.
like if
I
the
don't
date
know.
is like even, you park on like the even house number side, and if it's odd, you park on.
Okay.
So like today's what, the 12th?
yes.
Yes.
So you'd park on like the side where the houses have like even numbers on their addresses. So, and I think maybe the more Canyon relate is just like
Is your car still out there? Did
my
it get
car's still
towed?
out there. I don't see. Just like I guess every time you like drive past the police or you see the lights on, do you get a little nervous that you did something
Yes.
wrong? Because like I am
Yes.
instantly like,
100%.
what did I do?
Yeah. Yeah.
One time I got pulled over, it was like headlight out. You know, it's just like, but I instantly think like I drive past a cop and it's like they're gonna pull me over for
Yeah.
something.
Slow down
Yeah.
even though you're not speeding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, maybe I'm going too slow. They're gonna pick me up for going too slow, and they think something's up.
Yeah. Now I'm suspicious.
I'm suspicious.
I almost got pulled over recently, but shoot, I should get pulled over. I mean, I speed a lot, but I only got pulled over once. And that one I was going downhill. Like that was
Yeah.
crazy.
By St.
Hiding.
Ignatius.
That's gravity's fault.
No, it was. Do you know where my? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know where my Aunt Lou lives? Hi, Aunt Lou.
I don't think
Right
I
on
do.
52. It was right in front of our house
Really?
because we texted her and we're like, hey, can you see us out here?
Oh, no.
She could. It was like right in front of her house.
That was the last time I got pulled over too. Is going downhill.
Yeah.
152.
What are they doing?
You just
Give us a break.
that's the way it goes.
Were you in Dubuque County too?
It was a trooper, so
Oh.
I was lucky to get out of there without a ticket.
Oh, congrats.
Thank
Yeah.
you. I wasn't
a
even
win.
going that fast, but whatever. She was nice. She let me go. But I still that was years ago, and I'm still pretty sure I probably have that on my record. I don't know. How long do they keep those?
Yeah,
on
how
the
long does
record?
stuff stay on your
I
record
don't
for?
know.
Or do they just say that to make you nervous?
Maybe. Yeah. Like
I
she
don't know
didn't
if
give
it's-
me a warning or she verbally gave me a warning, but
Like, do you remember in school, like, say you would get in trouble and they'd be like, this is going to go on your record?
you're
Like,
no,
now
they
that
never
I'm-
told us that.
I feel
no,
like when I was in school, it's
honestly
just like,
never
or
got in trouble.
Maybe that is not true.
So. When did I get in trouble?
What? So, okay, when I... Okay, this is maybe a little feature after the last feature. Okay, so...
I got in trouble?
Okay, so I started teaching at Marquette 3 years ago.
Okay.
I go into my class.
Yes.
I go into my classroom and I'm just going through some of the files and all these things. And one of them is like, I believe that Mr. Meetinger was still the teacher.
Yeah.
So like the tech guy at school,
You
he
know
was
Chris?
the music teacher. Chris.
Yeah, okay.
He was
He
the
was the
music
mus- oh,
teacher.
okay.
Katie's music teacher.
Yeah.
And I'm going through the files, and one of these is like, it's like a list of like rules. And if you broke one of the rules, you had to like write which one you broke and then you had to
Probably like,
sign
wouldn't
name at the
shut
end.
up.
And it was signed Katie Keeper. So you did get in trouble. And whether it went
Wow.
on your record or not,
We didn't. I don't think we did that.
the document was still on the desk. I think I gave it to you at
Hilarious.
one point.
Could be. If I got in trouble, it was mostly probably because I was
Talking.
wouldn't stop talking.
I think I was just like afraid, like, oh, if I ever get like a detention or something, like that's going to be on my record. But maybe that's, maybe stuff doesn't actually go on
Okay,
your
so I
driving
guess
record
I got in
either.
trouble one time
One
in my
time.
life. But
Good thing Mr. Till found it.
yeah, I think you did give it to me, but
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
You
what
signed it in
was.
like pink glittery Sharpie.
Typical. Gel pens were really big back in my day. My can you relate? Last week, Saturday, while I was at Mass, my house almost burnt down.
What?
For real. Father's always trying to burn my house down with this beautiful candle.
I haven't done anything to it
throwing
today.
stuff in the candle.
Well, now that you got one of those taser lighters.
Yeah. Oh, there he goes again. I have this under cabinet light that I installed myself. So very, very, I don't know what, very well put in.
Well, let's be honest. Your dad wasn't going to get to it.
No, thank you. Yes.
So you had to do it
true.
yourself.
Very true. I had to do it myself. Yes. But it wasn't like that big of a deal. Like I drilled holes in the cabinet, and then just strung the wire and it plugged in. Whatever. Before I went to Mass, it popped, the light flashed and then it wouldn't turn, it wouldn't shut off. I was like, that's weird. So I just
you unplug
luckily
it?
I remembered, well, I did unplug it then when I went to church. I did it right away and then I was going to Mass and I was like, well, I'll unplug it just in case. And then I got back home and I plugged it back in because I don't like harsh lights at all.
I hear ya.
Like that, we gotta do something about that light in the sacristy.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you
I gotcha.
the soft white.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So I plugged it back in and then I went about my business and then it popped again. And all of a sudden it started to smell like smoke and I touched the one light and it was I almost burnt my finger. It was so bad, so hot. So I unplugged it and then I threw it outside in the snow. So
Wow. That was close call.
I know. All I kept thinking about was little Carl home alone.
Yeah.
The house on fire. So
Yeah.
all good. I got new ones and I hate them. Oh, hate them. That's it on that.
I do feel like the right light color is hard to find.
It is. It is. Yeah, I never
great
turn
in
that
here.
light on.
The new
It's
one,
bright in here. Yeah.
The new one in the sacristy is so we can see particles on the.
Oh,
chalice.
it had a purpose.
It does
It
actually
has
have
a purpose. Okay.
Yeah, it's very. That's.
Okay, fine. We'll allow it.
But
I guess we'll look past the aesthetics this time.
But yeah, I agree. I want uplighting. I want soft lighting. I don't want anything harsh in my house, in my living space.
Same.
So, yeah.
Well, my house didn't start on fire.
Thanks
All
be to
good.
God.
Yes, thanks be to God, but Father is determined to start my house on fire with this candle. Okay, well, we hope you enjoy this table talk
Bonus
bonus
episode.
episode, whatever it is. And we hope Mr. Till joins us again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's glad to
Yeah.
have you
I'll
here.
be back
That
again.
that
No,
wasn't
I'll be back
very-
again.
I was like, yeah.
I'll be back again.
Well, we are praying for you. We are,
Rooting for you.
yeah.
God bless you all.
Bye.
Bye.